Hi, I'm Jackie Van Ruller, creator of the Flow Method. And in today's video, I want to talk about 6 signs that your body's stress response is in overdrive. And that stress response being in overdrive can lead to disease in your body, premature skin aging, and just a lack of confidence in who you are and what you want to be in life. So the number one stress response, or the number one sign that your body is in the stress response way too much, is that you're constantly feeling anxious, worried, sad, depressed, or hopeless. So these are signs that your body is sending too much blood flow to your brain. Now you would think that sending more blood flow to your brain would be a good thing, right? But it's actually not. You want to have an equal amount of blood flow going between your brain and your heart and your gut, because all of these 3 organs have their own little brains and also control the nervous system. So if you're sending too much blood flow to the brain, it's going to result in this overthinking, this mental chatter, or the monkey mind. And then this leads to feelings of just not feeling good, right? Because most of our happiness endorphins, our happiness neurotransmitters, are made in our gut. So if more of the blood flow is going to our brain than our gut, it's almost impossible to feel happy on a regular basis. And this can show up on your face as bumps on your forehead, or just kind of this like heavy feeling in your forehead as well. The number 2 sign that your body is in overdrive, in the stress response overdrive, is that your neck and shoulders are always tight. And this is something I hear from clients all the time, is, oh, that's where I carry all my stresses in my shoulders. And it's almost like a badge of honor for some people, but it's really a sign of impending disease or just not feeling well, because when you have so much tension in your neck and shoulders, it doesn't allow fluid to flow through your neck. And when fluid doesn't flow through your neck, you get inflammation in your body, and especially in your face. So it can show up as puffiness on your face. It can show up as irritation. Rosacea is usually caused by too much inflammation. So any of those things can show up. And then on your face, that can show up as these 2 lines between your forehead, or between your eyebrows, and that's an indication of a lot of shoulder tension and a belief that life is hard and that everything is on your shoulders, if that makes sense. It can also show up as hyperpigmentation or even hair loss in this area, because this is an area associated with the shoulders. The number 3 sign that your body's stress response is in overdrive is that your digestion is off, and it's off consistently. So you may have stomach aches, acid reflux, diarrhea, constipation, bloating, gas. All these things are signs that your body is not getting enough blood flow to your gut, and then your gut is not healthy. So a lot of times when people have an unhealthy gut, they feel like it's because of what they're eating, or it's because, that's just what happens when you get old. But really it's just because you don't have enough blood flow. In other words, your body's in the stress response instead of the relaxation mode, and so then you just don't get that blood flow. And what happens when your digestion's off, as I mentioned before, is your body's not making enough serotonin. And if you're not making enough serotonin, it's hard to be happy, it's hard to be calm. And so you really want to just make sure that you get into that relaxation response regularly so that you can actually get to a happier state of being. And when you're happier, you're more confident, you're more attractive, and everything in your life just goes better. On your face, poor digestion can show up in several ways. It can show up as breakouts on the side of your chin, or even texturing. It can show up as deeper smile lines. That's usually a sign that somebody is constipated on a regular basis. It can also show up as kind of texturing right through here. Sometimes you get those little marionette lines, and those are textured, and that can be a sign of poor digestion. Puffiness and hyperpigmentation in this lower cheek area as well. And then with stomach aches, you'll see it on the left side of the nose. You might see some redness and dryness there. The number 4 sign that your body's in stress overdrive is that you're going to the bathroom frequently. You may be going to the bathroom several times during the day. You just feel like you can't ever hold your bladder. You're not even drinking that much water, but you feel like you're going to the bathroom all the time. Or you're getting up frequently in the night to go to the bathroom, or you have to go like urgently. These are all signs that you have some fear in your body. So the bladder has a lot to do with fear. So even like kids who wet their beds at night, that usually is they're in a fear response, and that just really turns up the stress in your body. And what this can do over time is it can cause breakouts on your chin, or it can cause, if you're like in this fear response, this stress response, often in your life, it'll show up as dimpling on your chin, or even like excessive wrinkling, like more wrinkling on your chin than you would get in other areas of your face. The number 5 sign that your body's in this stress overdrive and that you want to get it out of it immediately is that you can't turn off this mental chatter in your head. So you just overthink everything. You can't make a good decision. Your mind's spinning all the time. You're not getting good sleep because you're constantly in your head. You go out to go do something, and then you forget all about it and come back and you're like, what was I going to do? Because you have this brain fog, poor concentration, poor memory, and just this like lack of knowing what you're going to be doing, or just this calm presence in your head. So the mental chatter can also lead to more anxiousness, and a lot of times what you'll feel like that is you'll get that same like the head feeling where it's just like a lot of pressure in your head, or it just feels heavy. And then the number 6 sign that you have way too much stress, or your stress response is overactivated, is that you're binge eating. And binge eating is always an emotional response. It's usually because you don't feel full in your life, and so you're using food to feel full. And binge eating can show up on your face as puffiness in this area. So usually puffiness in this area is an indication that you are in fat storage mode, and that your body is that you're more likely to gain weight. So these are all signs that your body's in this stress overdrive mode, or in this fight or flight response more often than it's in this rest and digest. And so all these things are signs that you just really need to take care of your body, because what happens is that you stay in this response for a long time, is body's going to break down. You're going to get that autoimmune disease, the cancer, the chronic fatigue, the fibromyalgia. Your skin's going to age more rapidly, and you're going to get more wrinkles, more inflammation in your body, and all these things. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if there's anybody that you feel like would benefit from this, please pass it along, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more information on health and beauty tips that have a holistic approach. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you soon.